send an order sailed a fleet right into the lock. I heard there was a terrible battle at All Flags Islet.
And I heard that the important visitors were there. And they turned out to be the leaders of the three alliances. You'd think someone was there to defend them.
A confident maid went upon the lea to where sunny flowers stood. For she loved the sun and she loved the green, and she danced merrily beside the wood.
Well met, friend. Come have a drink with me.
The lad she loved went down to the shore, a sailing man for
After the battles we endured, I was hoping to find a celebration. Unfortunately, this Enos is dead as the elk served at the Skull King's table. Have you come to... Well, that's a welcome bit of news. Even a party full of royals and nobles has got to be better than this place. Wait, will Emmerich and Iron be in attendance? If they decline the invitation, I probably should as well. And it seems I have no other choice. I will attend Lord Baccaro's celebration, and if the festivities evolve... Wait until the Skull King hears what he missed. Raging storms, a deadly jungle, a battle against near-hopeless odds? Absolutely. He was an adventuring bard before he took the throne of Eastern Skyrim. He's not as ancient as Emmerich, and that old lion enjoyed himself. When we weren't almost dying, at least. I'll send a report to my father. Tell him all. As long as nothing else out of the ordinary happens, I'll stay. At least for a while. The weather here on High Isle is...
upon the strand. Oh, how long today? Oh, how long he's hoped to claim her hand. Oh, how long she waits.
Oh, sailors. Waiting nothing but soul to ends.
Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you... No, just make yourself at home. Spruce things up a bit. Honestly, I can't wait to see how you arrange the place. Hopefully you'll end up with a few less Daedric shrines than another former tenant of mine. Like 0. 0's a good number. Oh, what a relief. I can't tell you how hard it is to wash bloodstains off of cobble floors. I own this and several other properties throughout Tamriel. It pays...
What sickness came unto our shores from across the Abetian sea? The good folk shook the bad folk side and told this tale to me. Dead, dead, so many dead, never fall to doom. It was the slug plague, they said, and blamed the slode for our ruin. Our rulers cried out that all was lost, but not the Anvil King. He boarded his ship and raised the sails, and sailors began to sing. The All Flags was led by the Anvil King. Of its ships and sailors we sing the All Flags. They fell in line from far and wide, the heroes heeded his call. Red Guard, Elf, and more, their fleet headed into a squall.
Magus Slayer! To what do I owe this pleasure? Have I thanked you yet for all you've done? Not just for the alliances and Lady Arabelle, but for me personally. No? Well, thank you, my friend. I don't know many people who could have beaten the Ascendant Magus. But what brings you to the temple? Another royal function. I'm getting tired of those ghastly affairs in most cases. I was just considering heading home. Queen Maria must be missing me terribly. Unless... is the celebration in my honor? It's bad form to refuse such parties. Irene and Ernskar? Well, I can't allow them to attend and not show up myself, and I can... It seems I'll need to pay more attention to the Sisters Archipelago in the future. My negligence allowed treason to fester and bloom unchecked. I will need to treat that situation delicately. Until I can prove one way or another that Duchess Elea was truly ignorant of her brother's plot, I can't in good conscience reprimand the entire house. No, but we didn't exterminate all of those Order bastards. And their so-called Ascendant Lord is...
Come on, just one more match. Give me a chance to win my gold back.
And what was
Hello,
it
friend.
That ridiculous nose
I've always
ring?
loved the sea. Comes from growing up on Somerset, I suppose. But what can I do for you, my friend? Don't tell me there are more rogue knights threatening High Isle. A party? Just another excuse to get me and Emmerich in the same room? Oh, very well. If we could face unprecedented danger together, we can probably survive sharing a few drinks. That's probably for the best. It's close by. And All Flags Castle was quite a mess after the battle with the Ascendant Magus. It will take Lord Bacaro considerable effort if he plans to make it ready for the con. Most of the belongings I brought along were lost when the Perfect Pounce sank into the sea. I wonder if I can find any suitable attire on this island. Breton tastes leave something to be desired. What am I thinking? This outfit is perfectly fine. We did not discuss peace, if that's what you're asking. We disagree on important issues, which is why diplomacy usually begins with social occasions. Banquets, balls, hunts, and the like. Rarely do they involve fighting for your life, though. We regaled each other with tales of how we survived the shipwrecks and our adventures on Aminos. I believed Emmerich was past his prime, no longer the great hero. And Ernskar struck me as young and brash. I now have a different perspective.
This is not good. Rigert needs help. Again. Hey, good looking. Got a moment? Lord Bacaro may have proclaimed that this was a celebration for the Alliance leaders, but everyone came out to see the hero who saved All Flags Castle. I'm impressed how fast the word got around, even if I may have had something to do with that. Just wanted you to know, I worked it out with Lady Arabelle. She considers my debt to her paid in full. I think she may have confused me with you, but I'll take it anyway. I put on a few disguises, sure. And I'm glad everyone's safe, but all this hero stuff gives me a rash. I'm not supposed to attract...
Not my finest work, but I think this venue will do.
A few days ago, I was sitting in a dank crypt, wondering when the Ascendant Order was going to slit my throat and feed me to the slaughterfish. Didn't see anything like... I'm not going anywhere until High King Emmerich finishes up what he came here to do. That's fine with me, though. It'll give me time to sign on a crew. Lady Arabelle insisted, and the Duchess doesn't seem opposed. Still haven't decided whether to rename her. There's a lot of luck tied up in a ship's name. Oh, and while I'm here,
I owe you my thanks, Walker. I found all the Ascendant Order knights I could hope for during that fight on All Flags Islet. I can finally say, my crewmates from the Perfect Pounds have been avenged. That depends on Queen Irene. We're staying in Gonfalon Bay as long as she is, but that suits me fine. We've got a new ship and a new crew to break in, and I'll be keeping an eye.
Finally, Queen Irene is where she belongs. Zaji is long sunny days and tender nights, filled with song, drink, and love. Or so Zaji hopes. That is a task better left in Kaskar's claws. Who will look after Queen Irene if not so?
After so many challenges and setbacks, it's hard to believe all the delegates are finally together in this chamber. Except Quentin Geralt, of course. I can't support the choice he made.
I understand we have you to thank for High King Emmerich's safety. And for the other leaders, of course. I am appalled by the part Demard played in this plot. I promise you, House Dufort will do everything in our power to set right his wrongful deeds.
So many people. And most of them are actually talking about you instead of me. That's sort of strange, but rather refreshing. I think I understand what Lord Bacaro hoped to accomplish. We did not discuss peace, if that's what you're asking. We regaled each other with tales of how...
I see you convinced our royal guests to come to our little gathering. Well done, dear. Now for the tricky part. Persuading them to stay for Lord Bacaro's talks. Excellent, dear. You saved Emmerich and the others from the Ascendant Order and ended the threat of the Magus. Plus you salvaged the talks and restored the hope for peace. Take this. This is your day as much as anyone's. I have to address the crowd.
Set likes a quick study.
We're here to celebrate the coming together of 3 great leaders, and to show our appreciation for a hero who saved the delegates and kept our hopes for peace alive. On behalf of Lord Bacaro and the Society of the Steadfast, I ask our honored guests to enjoy the celebration.
The Old Mary Dominion thanks our hero and promises to participate when the talks resume.
The Ebonheart Pact wholeheartedly agrees.
As does the Daggerfall Covenant. 3 cheers for our hero and for Lord Bacaro!
Well said, High King, and well said, Queen and Prince. Let the celebration begin.
We have taken the first step on a long journey. Still, no one ever reaches their destination without taking that step. I owe you a debt, friend. Because of you. There's still a chance. That depends on how fast I can get workers out to rebuild All Flags Castle and restore Memorial Hall. And I need to send word to the Mages Guild. Valencia alone can't replace the wards. There's also a new Fighters Guild delegate to consider. I'm certainly going to try. We've all accomplished too much to let the talks just fade away like a mist.
I knew it the moment I saw you, dear. This one has spirit. This one has the heart of a hero. Not too unlike what Emmerich saw when he first looked at me. You know I appreciate all you've done, my friend. You can call on me for help whenever you need. No rest for the weary, dear. I need to help Lord Bacaro restore All Flags Castle for the peace talks, improve security, figure out what... Not right now. The captains and Koska have agreed to help guard the delegates, but the rest is all paperwork and supervision. When the peace talks get underway, I'll send for you. An excellent answer. I must write that down. I expect that my notes will make an excellent basis for the next Investigator Vale novel. I must send them off to the author at once. Let's just say the author is a very dear friend of mine. Why, I would even go so far as to admit I know her as well as I know myself. And that is quite positively all I intend to share.
Fighting alongside each other? All well and good. Attending a party together? Sure was... What do I look like, a soothsayer? All I know is that peace has powerful enemies. Every day people tell me that if we press... I'm afraid I do. If I decide to ignore them and hold my ground, there's no promise Irene and Yoren can do the same. Peace is...
We won the day, my friend, and I learned a valuable lesson. Sometimes the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Who knows? Will ice melt in the cookpot? That's a certainty. But the thoughts that... Mostly. But he wasn't with us on Amanos or at All Flags Castle. He didn't fight...
I think I can bear this Breton paradise a little longer. Consider it my way of acknowledging everything you did for us. For me. If you could go out of your way to save 3 foolish royals, there's always a chance. As long as Lord Bacaro can finalize the necessary arrangements. I must assume so. Why else would they be here? They are honorable leaders despite our differences and the terrible war we're engaged in. I believe they want what is best for their realms as well as mine.
I feel a little out of my depth here. So much trouble came from the medallions I prepared, and then the magical wards I helped raise at Memorial Hall failed to stop the Magus. I am no diplomat. Up to now, my task has been to support Lord Bacaro. There are other mages with more experience, such as Varnus Galarian or anyone. They would be better negotiators. Ah, that's the point, isn't it? My role here isn't to negotiate, it's to speak honestly and keep an open mind. That I can do.
Good thing I didn't eat you on that That depends on Queen Irene. We're staying in Gonfalon Bay.
Nothing can replace the spear. I'm not going anywhere until High King. Lady Arabelle insisted, and the Duchess.
You made quite an impression, my friend. Too bad for you. Now, I really am. But you know me. I lay low and some sort of trouble's still fine. Don't get me wrong. Lady A is great, and she pays well. But I need to draw the line at acting respectable. Of being all...